Hello music techies, today's assignment is to make an orchestra sound real. So these are fake, these are not real instruments. Well, they are, because they're made out of samples. They're made out of one note at a time, played on each instrument, and then they're put together, and so they're starting to sound real. But they're not yet. We're going to make them sound real using pan and reverb. They're the two main things we're going to use today, pan and reverb. So we need to have MSO Learn, which is our iPad up, and we've got Acid up, and on the desktop there is a folder of orchestral audio files. Okay, let's just pick any old instrument. So we're going to go with bass clarinet. You'll notice that there are two files for each instrument. We've got L and R. Bass clarinet L, bass clarinet R. That means left and right, so they're stereo. So we'll chuck in the left first, double click it, and we'll chuck in the right, double click that, and then we draw in each of them. So I'm drawing in the left all the way, and then drawing in the right all the way, and then we make sure that's back to the start, because sometimes they can move a bit. Make sure that that's back at the start. Okay, I'm not going to play these files because I don't actually own the copyright to them, so I'm not going to put them on YouTube. But I'll show you what we're going to do. We press on Take Your Seat here, and you'll see the seating plan of the orchestra. Right? Now, we know that a bass clarinet is a woodwind instrument, and so they sit sort of in the middle of the orchestra. We're going to make it sound sort of in the middle. And you'll notice that the bass clarinet is off to the left here. So off to the left of the middle in sort of a central position. I'll go back to the seating plan. So I grab my pan here and I do a similar sort of position. If this is a pan that goes all the way from left to right, I'm going to have it pretty much in the middle. So my left pan is going to go a little, whoops, that's volume, pan I meant, is going to go a little bit, say 20% left, and my right is going to go, say 10% right. So that'll make it sound like it is in the middle of the orchestra, but a little bit to the left. It'll sound more real. Okie dokie, let's chuck in another one at random. Let's go with a trumpet. Double click the trumpet, pop it in all the way. And the right channel as well. In it goes. Right, make sure that it's all in the right spot. We know that the trumpet is a brass instrument, so we know that it's going to be on the right hand side of the orchestra there. I click on brass, and there is our trumpets there in the right hand side. So what I'm going to do is skew the left. On the left track, I'm going to skew that to the right-hand side, maybe 10%, and then I'm going to skew the right pan all the way over to the right, maybe, I don't know, let's try 50%. And then we listen to it, and we say to ourselves, does it sound like the trumpet is coming from that direction? Does it sound like the bass clarinet is coming from that direction? If we do that, it will sound more like a real instrument. And then we follow that through for all of the other files. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to make it sound. At the moment they're dry, so what we have to do is we have to make them sound like it's in a proper hall. So we're going to click on the yellow button here, which is Track Effects, and we're going to go down to reverb, and you can use hall reverb or you can use big empty hall. I'd like you to experiment with that. I'd also like you to experiment with the dry and wet percentage, which we'll talk about, but I want you to experiment with it, and again use your ears as your guide to make it sound real. Okay, good luck with that. Cheers.